Is this really happening? I am finally losing weight on menopause. I can't even believe it. For my body, I think I have actually cracked the code. Let's go talk about it. Okay, let's get the first thing out of the way. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor, a physician, a nurse, a witch doctor, a pharmacist. I'm nothing. I am none of those things. I am just a human trying to lose weight on menopause and have been failing forever. But now, this last month, it is finally happening. So, just to be clear, I am not giving you medical advice. I'm simply sharing my experience and what worked for me. Okay, so let me tell you what I've been doing. I actually have notes here because if I don't, I'll forget. And I want to make sure I tell you everything that I'm doing. All right, first things first. And this is just going to be the most obvious one. Exercise. Okay, so years ago, my doctor had told me, this is not the time to start doing crazy exercises and getting into all kinds of stuff that you've never done in the past. Those days are gone. Now it's time to maintain your body, to get into maintenance mode and take care of your body. So when it comes to exercise, and he is the second doctor that has said this, gentle exercise. That is what I'm doing. I am doing gentle exercise. I'm not doing crazy cardio for endless hours. Yes, I take walks. I get a good amount of steps in. I walk maybe 3 miles. I do that maybe once every week or every 2 weeks at best. I'm not doing that a lot, but I am doing gentle exercises. So I have started losing weight as of 4 weeks ago. This is about, it was like a week or so before Christmas. So I'm about 4 weeks into this. In these 4 weeks, I have lost 4 pounds. You might say, that is nothing. Listen, all I was doing was going up, and up on the scale. So for me, this is actually really big. And not only did I lose 4 pounds, but I've been actually able to keep them off. For a while there, all I kept doing was going up and maybe going down 1 and then going up and then, but the progression was still going up. I would maybe lose 1 pound and then in the next couple days, go right back up. It was very, very frustrating. So now I can say that I am finally going down and actually keeping it down and progressively going further down. So 4 pounds for me in a month, I'm ecstatic. To be exact, it hasn't happened for over a year that I've been able to actually really lose weight and keep it down. So needless to say, those 4 pounds are very exciting for me. All right, exercise. The exercise I've been doing is literally a 16-minute exercise that I found on YouTube once a day. Okay, I'm doing this every day, once a day. The name of the YouTube channel that I'm getting this exercise routine from is called Roberta's Gym. Okay, Roberta's Gym. 11 best standing exercises. This easy exercise routine has helped me tremendously. Okay, you lose about approximately 90 something calories on it. So it's basically a 100-calorie burn. It takes 16 minutes of your day, and that's it. I've only been doing this exercise routine for maybe 7 to 10 days. It hasn't even been that long. Before that, I was just doing my own little kind of calisthenics, and mainly what I was doing was just like standing on one leg, standing on the other leg, doing arm rolls, things like that. Just very, very simple weight training is what I was doing with my own body weight. As I said, it was just calisthenics. I wasn't using weights, dumbbells, anything like that. I'm just trying to do gentle exercise that will get me there. I have to think realistic because if I start planning all these, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to be doing weights, eventually I won't do it. I know me. I have to have realistic goals. And those kind of things are not realistic goals. They're just not for me. I'm a very busy person. I got a lot of things going on. And even when I don't, I have things I just make up that I want to do. So I don't have time to be constantly on these regimens, okay? It has to be easy. It has to be realistic and attainable and achievable. So I said, this time I'm going to do things that are actually attainable. So again, I'm doing that 16-minute exercise routine. Now, another thing that I'm doing throughout the day, and sometimes I do it more and sometimes I do it less, is I keep doing those little calisthenic moves that I was doing in the past. So for instance, I'm standing at the grocery store or I'm standing anywhere at the post office or wherever, and I'm in a line. I'm not wasting that time just standing there. What I do is I'll stand on one leg while I'm in line, but I do it very discreetly. I'm not like with my legs sticking straight out like a ballerina, okay? I'm doing this very discreetly, and I'll show you here. But I'm standing on one leg and I'm getting that muscle burn while I'm standing there. And I'll count to myself. You know, when I started this, I was just counting like 10 seconds. I would do 10 seconds on one leg and I'd be like, I was already burned out. Then I'd do the other leg, burned out. And then eventually it got to, 15 seconds, 20, 30. And now I can stand on one leg for easily like 40 seconds and I'm feeling great. I'm actually building that muscle. I can feel the difference. I literally feel more dense. Even though the weight is just barely going down, I feel myself more dense. And I'm actually starting to see it in the mirror as well. I'm starting to see things. The other easy little exercise that I do, I'm cooking and I'm on the stove or whatever, and I'm like one arm going like this, just kind of moving or I'm watching something on TV or on my tablet and I'm just doing my arm exercises, these rolls. And start with 10 in the other direction. I'm all the way up to like a minute on each direction now. And this has only been 4 weeks. So this is the kind of thing that I'm doing. I'm doing very gentle, calisthenic weight training type exercises. And I know eventually I'm going to need more. And then maybe in the future, yes, I will incorporate dumbbells and things like that. But right now it's working and I am super excited about it. Okay. The other thing I'm doing is forcing myself to exercise every day. Forcing. So I'm telling myself, listen, you got to exercise every day. At least Roberta's Gym 16-minute exercise routine at the very least, right? And then what ends up happening is usually I do it, but sometimes I don't. But as long as I'm telling myself that I have to exercise every day, even if I don't do it, say I exercise 5 days a week instead of 7, I'm still getting a lot in. So setting that goal higher by saying, okay, I'm going to do it 7 days a week and maybe failing 1 or 2 times, and not even failing, just life happens. Sometimes you can't. It's okay. Because you still, at the end of the week, you got those 5 days in. You got those 4 days in. If you're like, I'm just going to do exercise 4 days a week, then you end up doing 2. Set the scale higher. At least that's what I'm doing. I'm setting the scale higher and it's working. Sometimes it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm like, I didn't do my exercises today. I'll just do it. And it's awesome. All right, let's get on to the next thing I'm doing. Okay, next thing that I'm doing, hydrating. I would sit here and say that I'm trying to super hydrate, but I'm just trying to hydrate. I'm not even trying to super hydrate. Those tricks that we used to do when we were younger, where we'd be like, oh, if we super hydrate, that's the first 5 pounds down. Like those tricks are gone. When you're in menopause, those tricks don't exist anymore. So I am trying to hydrate. I'm not like carrying a water bottle and super hydrating all day long and peeing, 10 times a day. I'm not doing that. But I am trying to hydrate because first of all, I just feel better. So, and I know that hydration plays a big role in weight loss. So hydrating, that's what I'm trying to do as well. Now, speaking of hydrating, I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm actually talking about water and very low calorie drinks, low to no calorie drinks. So a lot of things that I drink are water and sparkling water, water with lemon, sparkling water with a very low calorie drink, just to mix it up and give it a little bit more flavor, things like that. But I'm trying to keep everything low calorie or 0 calorie. And I'm not drinking diet drinks for the most part. Like I don't drink soda. So soda to me is or pop, whatever you call it. It's not a big deal, because I don't really take that in. I used to drink a lot of tea. I don't drink a lot of tea anymore. So my caffeine is very, very low. I'm not really taking in a lot of caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I don't even like coffee. I know that's weird. Mostly everybody loves coffee, but I don't like it. I've never drank coffee my entire life. So my caffeine intake stays really, really low. Speaking about intake, let's talk about diet. All right, so diet does play a huge role. You cannot outrun a bad diet. You just can't. You can't do it. If you're taking in more calories, it's not going to work. So for me, what I am doing right now is I am trying to focus on a Mediterranean diet. That is the focus. Is that what I'm doing 100%? No, that is not what I'm doing 100%. Sometimes I cheat, little bit of cheat, not a big cheat, but sometimes I'll have a little cheat. And you know what? As soon as I cheat, I see it the very next day, the scale goes up. So that cheat never really is worth it. I guess sometimes it's worth it if you're going to go out to dinner with friends and you're doing things or whatever and you're socializing. Okay. But what I am really trying to focus on is the Mediterranean diet. I am trying to take in very little meat, very little red meat, not a lot of chicken, and kind of focus more on fish and greens. A lot of vegetables. I'll make me a salad with spinach. That's another thing, is not even having a lot of time to do all this kind of stuff. So lately what I've been doing is I have like a container of spinach, a container of arugula, and then I'll get like peppers. I love the red peppers and the orange peppers, the yellow. Those are all the beautiful color peppers, right? So I'll put some arugula, some spinach, some pepper, some chopped up peppers, and then I'll put like a vinaigrette dressing on it, or even like a ginger dressing. And that's it. I'm taking it down. I'm getting in all those really good greens, and the calories are very low. So I'm taking in a lot of that. I'll buy those bags of frozen vegetables, like the frozen vegetables. That's super quick and easy. Pop it in the microwave, eat that up. That's easy. Even canned vegetables. Sometimes I'll even have canned vegetables. But my focus is right now focusing on vegetables. Avocados, taking in a lot of avocados, a lot of those omega-3s, focusing on that, and trying to keep the carbs like off the plate. Sometimes you just want a carb. You just look in the pantry and you see like that slice of sourdough and you're like, so you know what? Have that slice of sourdough. Don't completely deprive yourself, because what I find that if I completely deprive myself, then I start going off the rails, and I don't want to go off the rails. I want to continue with this and get to my goal weight. Okay. So what I am doing is trying to cut out the carbs or keep them at a very minimal. Okay. Try to keep them very minimal. And trying to fill up with greens and fish. I made like a pot of lentils, big pot of lentils. They had mushrooms and onion and garlic and carrots, potatoes, delicious pot of lentils, right? However, I only can have a little bit of lentil at a time, because those lentils have a lot of carbs and it ends up packing on the calories as well. So I do have those kind of very good things for you. It's a pot of goodness, but you can't overdo it when it comes to the carbs and the calories. So my other go-to all the time is a big pot of vegetable soup. I try to always have a big pot of vegetable soup. I put all the veggies in there that I like, put some seasonings, broth, and no meat. I'll make a pot and it'll last me a good 5 days or so. And if there's some left over, you can always freeze it. But a big pot of vegetable soup is very good when you're feeling hungry, you want something, go to it. The other thing is impulsive eating. I read somewhere that if you feel hungry and you just wait 20 minutes, it might actually just go away. Okay. So I've been doing that. I've been trying to wait 20 minutes, see if it goes away. If it doesn't go away, then I'll make myself something to drink. Like, okay, now I'm going to have some seltzer water, or I'm going to have flavored water, or what have you, but something with 0 calorie or no calorie to kind of calm my stomach down and then, prolong things. So we're not just packing it in. So diet is very important, and it's been working. And I don't feel deprived. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel deprived. I'm eating. I don't feel like I'm starving and I'm like, ooh, like not at all. I'm eating, but I'm just eating healthy. All right, let's move on. Oh, I totally forgot. This is another thing that I'm eating every single day religiously, and sometimes twice a day. And that is a grapefruit. I know some of you are going to be like, ugh, grapefruit. My friend, she tells me that grapefruit is for people when you're getting older, that your taste buds start going away, so you start liking grapefruit. I don't know what it is, but I love grapefruit. So I've been eating 1 to 2 grapefruits every single day. there is another reason for that, and I'm trying to control my cholesterol. I read somewhere, I don't know if this is true, but I read somewhere that grapefruit can be pretty good for cholesterol. So I'm trying it out. We're going to see what happens. Okay, another thing. I wish that I could say that I am getting a ton of sleep, like Sleeping Beauty, and I'm just sleeping my 8, 9 hours, 7, 8, 9 hours. But guess what? I'm not. If I get 6 hours, 6 to like, that's like fantastic. 7 is like the max, right? After 7, I just can't sleep anymore. So I wish I would say that sleep was a factor, but right now I can't even say that sleep is a factor because I'm not really even getting that much sleep. Maybe if I start getting enough sleep, maybe that 1 pound a week will turn into 1.5 or 2 pounds a week. That would be fantastic. That's something I need to try to work on, and maybe that will help as well. So what have been my results? As I mentioned before, just to recap, 4 pounds in 4 weeks. So to me, that's a pound a week. It's been fantastic. And I have actually been able to keep it off. No more yo-yoing, no more roller coaster up and down, up and down, up and down with the weight. This is actually working. So that's what I have been doing, ladies, to lose weight during menopause. Well, there you have it, ladies. I hope this video was very helpful to you, and I hope you got a lot of good information out of it. If you like what you see here, please be sure to like, subscribe, and maybe even comment. Let me know how your menopause journey is going. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next video. Bye-bye.